Hey everybody, welcome to Hamilton Quarantine Concert number 5. Oh my goodness, what a special night we have. I have Ernie White is in the studio tonight. We are socially distancing. So I got Mr. White's in the house. I have the guys from Wind here. This is going to be an absolutely awesome evening. I'm going to start out the evening with a video that my buddy Tom Rioch was able to share with me. Thank you, Tommy. This is from Ernie's coming of age record release party. And here is a classic song by the band Wind called Class Reunion. Enjoy this, everybody.
He eventually left college to play guitar for singer B.G. Gibson, who was signed to Epic Records. With the departure of Gibson, that band would evolve into the group Wind, with Sam Masiello, Jeff Guenther, and Ed Karwatske. The group would gain a large following and play continuously throughout the next few years in the Northeast. They would release their first 45 single, A Good Man's Hard to Find, independently on Enterprise Records in 1977. Written with his friend Bert Stronsdorf, another one of their collaborations was the song Class Reunion.
absolutely awesome. The Rock and Roll Review doing Wind's classic song, Class Reunion. All right, in the house, I have Ernie White. There is Jeff and Annmarie Guenther here. All the way in Florida, we got Ed, Sam, and oh my God,
Phil Zito.
Phil, thank you. All right, so Phil was absolutely unexpected, so he's a welcome addition. Unfortunately, I don't have Phil McAuliffe tonight, but I do have a special guest, Tommy K, who is probably the closest thing we have to a Trenton rock and roll historian.
I think I'm it.
Yeah, you are it. So you got to check. Tommy's got a page. He does a whole Trenton makes rock and roll history of rock and roll thing. Tommy, where can they find you again on Facebook?
I'll put a link down the bottom in the comments. Click on my name and go to my pictures and photo albums. I've got the history of Trenton rock and roll all wrapped up in there. Lots of stuff.
Awesome. Sam, how's things down in Florida? We were sound checking before, and Sam goes, the New Jersey relocation to Florida program is alive and well down there.
Yeah, we have a few guys down here from up north. We got Phil, we got Ed, we got BG's down here. So we are definitely accepting new members.
And not quarantined.
And we're not quarantined.
And you're not quarantined. Good for you guys. So, Jeff, Annmarie, how are you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Yeah, awesome. Everything sounds good up there. And, of course, we have Ernie White here. What's going on, Mr. White?
Hi, everybody. How you doing out there in Mark Sacco land? Let's hear from Mark Sacco.
Yeah!
The Al Albert of Trenton, New Jersey.
The Prince.
I've gone from Al Albert to
Prince of all media.
Yeah.
The Prince of
Don
all
Kirshner of the COVID age.
There you go. It's absolutely crazy. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Those of you who have been on before know the show. We basically toss the ball around. Everybody's going to do a song or two. Listen, this is a shout out from the Hamilton area to all you first responders, essential personnel, all you people that are working out there, especially the healthcare workers, all the way down to the guys making food and pumping gas. Thank you guys for everything you do. We'll also do a shout out to all of the local clubs that have music. And I'll do that in a little bit, but when you have an opportunity, go get some takeout from these guys. Listen, when this whole thing lifts and we can go out and play, we want to make sure these venues are still there. So please do that.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start off. Ernie, you do a song, and then we're going to start a round robin, and I'm going to forget who's next, so somebody remind me. Ernie White, take it away.
All right. First of all, I'd like to say on that first tune, Class Reunion, that was the B-side to Good Man's Hard to Find.
Right.
And in case you didn't recognize the lead singer and drummer doing all those intricate cuts, that was my son, Michael White.
Absolutely. There was a bunch of comments that came through who says he sounds just like you.
I don't know how he could play and sing that at the same time. It's pretty crazy. But that's Mikey. On that unemployment line, we're caught in a rat race, yes we are. that's the guy that made law. I'm going crazy, mama, living in this haze now. I see people on the street walking to the beat of the city life. People on the street walking to the beat. Get down, get down, get down. People get down, yeah. All right. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. Yeah, there used to be so much magic in the air. Oh Lord, when you're walking down the street, you can't even get a bite to eat. Glitter rubs right off. You're back in Trenton, New Jersey, brother. I said sometimes I wonder our world is coming to. So many people, Lord, they just don't know what to do. They're walking in circles, yeah, yeah, around and around, losing their minds, Lord, to the lost and found. Now, hey, I see people on the street walking to the beat of the city life. People on the street walking to the beat. People on the street walking to the beat. People on the street dancing in the heat of the city life.
That is absolutely awesome. All right, let's bring everybody back in. We actually got, it's so good to have so many people
cool.
here. So Ernie has no idea what happened. I accidentally shut your audio off for the first like 30 seconds of that song. I'm sorry.
He more than made up for it at the end, though.
He made up for it
Oh,
at the
he's
end,
gonna
absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. So
Hey,
sorry about that, guys. Hey, real quick, let's keep the ball rolling. Let's go right down to Florida. Sam, Ed, guys, your turn, man. Let's do another song.
All right. We're going to try this song here from Mr. Mike McCoy. This is one we haven't done in a long time, and we're going to pull this one out. It's always one of my favorite songs. Actually, a Wind favorite for sure. I remember when Mike wrote this one. I know who it's about, but I won't say. But I recall being in Bordentown with him when he wrote it, and it was a great song right out of the box. So it's called "I Can Still See You." Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Sometimes it seems things never turn out the way they should. I guess it's just 'cause they don't turn out the way I hoped they would, but I was hoping you'd stick around for a little while. I was just getting used to your sweet way of loving me and your way of making me smile. You give me a one-way ticket on a brand new love affair. One-way ticket to be up high. Now why'd you leave me here? Never had nobody made me feel the way you do. But sometimes, in the middle of the night, when the moon shows right, I can still see you. Letting the bar on the south side of Trenton was a cool, clear Friday night. You were hustling happiness for $1 and a quarter in the bottle, and I said, but I was feeling alright. I said, baby, come on over, let's get high for a while and stay for the night. The morning found me a restless heart on the star. Lord, and this night, you gave me a one-way ticket on a brand new love affair. One-way ticket to be up now. Now why you leave me here? Never had nobody to make me feel the way you do. But sometimes in the middle of the night, when the moon feels right, I can still see you walking away with a smile on your face. Tell me everything's gonna be alright. Not to find somebody who can take your place. But it was never a question of taking your place. It's a matter of being in my heart. Sometimes when I was holding you in my arms and looking you in the eye, I didn't know where to start it. One-way ticket on a brand new love affair. One-way ticket to be up now. Now I can leave me here. Never had nobody that made me feel the way you do. Sometimes, baby, sometimes, baby, sometimes, baby, I can still see you.
Awesome.
All right.
That was great. That was great.
Okay.
Absolutely awesome, gang. Hey, I had a question that popped up. So, what part of Florida you guys in?
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach. There you go. John
Actually-
Damascus asked that.
Melbourne. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne Beach, which is about 30 miles north of here, but fairly close.
Awesome. Lots of great comments. Really great stuff. Hey, Jeff, Annmarie,
Yes, sir.
you guys are up. You want to do a song?
Sure.
Yeah.
I send this out. This was actually written as a high school graduation present for Sam's sister Kathy, and could possibly be the best song I ever wrote. You know, sometimes I wonder what my life is coming to. And sometimes it gets you down. I believe that I am through. It often gets so close. I start to pack my things. But a voice tells me it knows. And in my ear it rings. It's just another stage, just another page in my life. It's no new rage, just another age in my time. Sometimes I wonder if what I read is true. It gets me down to think that it could happen to me and you. If often get so close, I can feel the earth move. But that voice comes again, and my fear it soothes, saying it's just another stage, just another page in our life. It's no new age, just another age in our time. Just another page, just another page in my life. It's no new age, just another age, just another stage, just another page in our life. It's no new age, just another age in our time. In our time.
Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Bravo.
Mark,
That's great. Sounds great.
Mark, let me jump in. These guys were like this great club band playing dance music, and they had a big PA, lights, a big show. But then they had these originals, and the people embraced their originals as their own too. So they would do a whole set of just their own stuff. And I think people dug their originals sometimes more than the dance stuff because it was original. They would do concerts besides doing, bar nights and stuff, and they could get away with it and stuff. They were such a fantastic band back then.
So what was the time frame exactly that the band was active? You guys started in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
We actually started. We were rehearsing for a band to go out. It was like maybe mid '74. We were rehearsing in Lambertville, and B.G. Gibson came along and plucked a few boys from the band. He plucked George. He plucked who else? Mike Labdis, and he came up, and B.G. formed his own band. And then when B.G. got called back to Broadway, I stepped in and took his place. There were some pretty big shoes to fill. It was a couple of months of anxiety for me, but it worked out.
That was Holy Smoke.
That was Holy Smoke. And then when Ed left, Ernie and Sam and Jeff and I were left together. What are we going to do? Well, let's try this and see if it works. And that's how it happened. We were rehearsing in Browns Mills.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And and what was the year again? It was 74. Is that what you said?
75. Right?
75. Well, before that, though, I had met Jeff in Boston at Berkeley. And then he was writing all these great tunes. And I said, I know this cool dude in Trenton who can sing and plays killer guitar. And it was Ernie.
Gotcha.
So I brought Jeff to Trenton, and the three of us started actually working on some original stuff. That was like 73, I think.
Yeah. Well, as Tommy mentioned, the one of the coolest things was the original stuff. And I know when I was 21 and, well, I was a little younger than 21. I was sneaking in the bars to go see. At the time, it was Ernie White with Aviator. And he was, every now and again, he would do one of the classic Wind songs, and that was A Good Man Is Hard to Find. Yeah. So, Ernie, I think you're going to do that song next on guitar, right?
Yes,
so, Ernie, why don't you do that song real quick? And we'll come back. I'm going to do a quick... Actually, you know what? Let me do this first before we get into this song. I want to do a quick shout-out to the restaurants and venues. Cool Cricket, City Street, Tavern on the Lake, Pete's Steakhouse. We got the Blend Bar, who also, those guys do the Central Jersey Beer Festival. Killarney's, the Ivy Tavern. Last weekend, Asylum Choir played at the Ivy Tavern. and they live streamed. It was awesome. Cooper's Riverview, Nottingham Tavern, The Record Collector, Old Town Pub, The Roost, Patriots Crossing, Halo Pub, Newtown Brewery, Rossi's, the Plumstead Grill, PJ's Pancake House, Hurricane Jack's, Wildflowers, Hamilton Tap and Grill, Tara's Tavern, Alchemist and Barrister, JoJo's, Marsilio's, Revere, Fedora's, Tiernanog, Tyndall Road Brewery, Hob in Bordentown, Old Town Pub, and the 5-4 in Levittown. Guys, if you get an opportunity, go get some takeout from these guys. Keep them alive. We want places to play when we come back out there. So thank you guys so much. Ernie White, good man, is hard to find.
All right, folks. So a little setup on this song. This is circa 1977, I do believe, and back then, to be a legitimate recording artist, you had to put out a product, and that product happened to be on vinyl. So, like Mark just showed you, it was a 45. So we had this big big record release party happening, and let me see where. We were going to do it at the Aquarius Lounge, I do believe. So anyway, we're waiting for the record to arrive. That's like days away from the big show, and we finally get it a couple days before the gig, and we put it on the turntable, and they sped up the tune. And so what was this note is now that note. So in musical terms, it's up a half step. But anyway, so not only was it higher, it was also faster. The speed was faster, and my voice was pitched up, so I sounded like Michael Jackson on steroids or something. But we had no choice but to stick with it. But then Tommy Kaye, in his ultimate wisdom, was able to slow it down. So somewhere he has a remastered track back down to speed in the original key. Okay? So anyway, that's my story.
And you're sticking to it.
I'm going to send this one out to my brother Sam to honor his wife Lois, who passed away last year. I love you, Sammy. And also to my brother Jody Gambaluka. I'm playing Jody's guitar tonight in honor of Jody. We miss him and we miss Lois and a bunch of other people. Yesterdays, that one seemed far away. I look around, they're all gone today. And memories, yeah, keep me alive and well. No need to look around, into my past I dwell. Today there is no reason why keep hiding out in dreams within my mind. And though I live out of season, my heart just has to shout. A good man's hard to find. I said a good man's hard to find. A man who will be calling you when thoughts are blue and cherish you your whole life through. Well, I love you so much. Yeah, I always have been, and I always will. Tomorrow's now, it's the future's past. My dreams won't ever stop, 'cause I love you still. I love you still. Life began when I first saw you, girl. And pain began, it outgrew life. And hope was born, it's now a living lie. Sees me through your goodbyes. Oh, there's no need to cry. I said, now looking back, oh, there's not much to say. But if I had my way, you'd be with me today. And my love can span the bridge of time. You crossed it just one time, and you left me far behind. I say a good man's hard to find, man who will be calling you when thoughts are blue and cherish you your whole life through, Lord. Well, I love you so much, yes, I always have, and I always will. Tomorrow's now, yes, the future's past. My dreams won't ever stop, baby, 'cause I love you still. Yesterdays that won't seem far away. I look around, they're all gone today. And my love can't span the bridge of time. You crossed it just in time, 'cause true love is hard to find. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Said a good man's hard to find.
Awesome, man. That's a great arrangement. Absolutely killer arrangement. Oh, man, that's absolutely awesome. Tommy, I'm going to pull you from the stream right now. I'm just seeing you as black right now. So, hey, that's awesome. What do you guys remember about, like, where does that song fit in? I'll start with you, Jeff, like into the scheme of where Wind was at the time that you guys first heard and first started playing it.
I think we were just starting to really be serious about our originals. You know, we were back in 73, 74, we were doing some of Ernie's songs, some of my songs, but this is the first time we said, you know, let's go for the gold ring.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's such a great song.
It is.
Hey, all right, so let's toss down to you guys in Florida, man. You guys are up next. I know that's a tough song to follow, but I have the utmost faith in you guys.
Just say this next song is going to feature Phil. This is going to bring us back to the early days of 1974-ish time.
Awesome.
So, it's a Johnny Casper tune. Good?
Good, good, guys, let's start it, then I'm gonna talk about it. First, let me say that it's a true honor to be here tonight with all these guys that I haven't seen literally in 43 years. And that's a long time. And I'm humbled to be with guys who molded me, moved me along. My daddy was from Newark, New Jersey, and he came down to Trenton. And he was a musician, and he played, and he sang, and he played, and he sang, and he practiced. And I said, Daddy, I want to sing, and I want to play. He said, son, you got to practice. He said, you got to learn to play your scale. He tried to teach me some humility, but it didn't work. So he came to see me some one night at the bar. I was sweating, preaching like I'm talking now. And I looked into the crowd, and there he was with my mother. And they stood there. And I was telling everybody how to love real good. Looking down at my mama and my dad. Put that hamburger down. So the night went on. They disappeared. They didn't even hang around. And I went home the next day. And my dad hugged me. And he came to my ear. And he whispered softly that these words will stick in my mind forever. He said, son, what you gonna do with your life? What you gonna do with your life? What you gonna do with your life? Son? What you gonna do with your life? Better get it. Better get it right. Better get it right. Oh, yeah. Better get it right. Better get it right. Sunset. Better get it right. Better get it right. Oh, yeah. Better get it right. Better get it right. What you gonna do about your soul? Now, what you gonna do with your soul? Yeah, you better let your spirit roll, my son. What you gonna do about your soul? He said, better get it right, better get it right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Better get it right, better get it right. Some say, better get it right, better get it right, Lord. You better get it right, better get it right. I said, but man, boogeyman's gonna get you. Boogeyman's gonna get you. Boogeyman's gonna get you. Better get it right. Boogeyman's gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. Better get it right. Hey, come on. What you gonna do about your wife? What you gonna do about your wife? You better get your spirit right, my friend. You better get your spirit right. I said, better get it right, better get it right. 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 The boogeyman's gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. Better get it right. Gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. Better get it right. Come on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's see if we got Tommy's back too. Awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I remember
guys.
seeing Johnny Caswell,
Yeah.
Bayshores. We used to play Bayshores in Summers Point, but Johnny Caswell played the Mothers. There was an after hours club.
Mm-hmm.
What's after hours mean?
After hours clubs, when the bands would play from midnight to about 4, 5 in the morning.
Right.
So we would play Bayshores, which was a hot club, 2 bands back and forth. I mean, all night long.
I was born too
people
late,
jamming
man.
the place.
You and me both.
Summers Point, New Jersey, like late 70s, so you can imagine what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'd get done at, 1:30 after doing 5 sets a night, you know.
Oh, wow.
Not one set, kiddies. We used to do 5 sets a night. So,
That's
and then
great.
we'd go down and hang out and listen to the other band. They would have 2 bands at Mother's, killer bands. And they would go back and forth. And sometimes we'd go up and jam, and it could be guys from Sam the Band would be there,
that's
Hit and
awesome,
Run,
man.
all these fantastic groups. I mean, all the bands were fabulous, but Johnny Caswell just knocked us out.
Yeah,
I remember that song. The boogeyman's gonna get you, better get it right. I said, wow.
Hey, we did win. It was great. A lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
Good times. Jeff, Annmarie, you guys are up. What do you got for us?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is not from the Wind catalog, but it's inspired from a number of things. Where's Tommy K?
Tommy K, right here.
Tommy K on his Trenton Makes Music site. You know, it's like you look at a picture, you try to find yourself. So anyway, I find myself, and he says, even though he wasn't born there, he was one of the music scene's favorite adopted sons.
Yes, you are.
And then fast forward, I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's such a blessing. Fast forward, and my first college roommate, Fred Moorcroft, had passed away. His wife called me up to tell me this. And long story short, that being that he was adopted, they didn't have any medical history on him. So within 5 minutes, I wrote this song. It's called Adopted Son. So I'm sending it out to you, Tommy. I'm sending it to all my brothers and sisters down in Trenton and to the Moorcroft family. Adopted son, the only one. Where I come from is just a mystery. No 2 or 3 more on a family tree to see some family history. The start of the line is so hard to find, where it came from or where it's going. Many fall out, no reason to shout. Nowhere to run to them or to you. Oh, mother or father, or sister or brother, cross the street, cross the sea. Can you hear me? The adopted son. Far away to land full of strangers, find my own rooms left in my own manger. Some came in close, some kept a safe distance. No matter what, we all meet with resistance. The start of my path was never a straight line. There's ups and there's downs, I fall when I fly. I have no direction, I look on the radar. There is no highway, just stairs in the tower. Oh, mother or father, oh, sister or brother, can you call from wherever? I look to see, to hear, to feel someone or something that can explain this adopted son. After time, through tears and through cheers, something makes sense as I go through the years. I find my mission, my passion, my purpose, and I can see that there never was the adopted son. The adopted son. Oh, mother or father, or sister or brother, cross the street, cross the sea. I look to see, to hear, to feel someone or something who can explain. I'm from wherever. Reverse the charges. I'm from wherever. Reverse the charges. This adopted son. Adopted son.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go, man. So one of the things I noticed, like with Wind, was there's a lot of odd times and like drop beats and stuff like that. Is that something you guys, was it a conscious effort? Because I noticed there's a lot of that in that song you just played, Jeff, and some of the other stuff, especially some of the earlier stuff. Is that a conscious effort, Sam?
I don't know if it was so much conscious, but we didn't really shy away from that. We kind of like to embrace that kind of thing. If it came along, we certainly had fun doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, on any given night we could drop a few beats, that's for sure.
Yeah, right.
Come up with the weirdest accents.
Yeah, we came up with some weird stuff, no doubt.
But that's cool. But that was also a little bit of the time then, and it was great that you guys embraced it, and I'm sure some of that Berklee School of Music didn't hurt with that, right?
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
I had $5 to get a small Starbucks.
All right, man. This time just goes so quick. I want to get around and have everybody do at least one more song. So Ernie, you got one more right here. Then we'll go back to Florida for Sam, Ed, and you guys, and then we'll come back around to Jeff, and then we'll wrap this thing up, man. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining me on the show. It's absolutely awesome. So Ernie, why don't you do one here for us?
Okay. Gotta take off these bloody headphones, mate.
I know. It's the only way Ernie can hear everybody else.
We got some shout outs tonight, Mike. Mark, from all over the country.
Oh yeah, it's great, man.
My kids up in Brooklyn with our little baby Emma is going to be 6 months old tomorrow.
Right, I heard Chris chimed in a little earlier.
We got our friends from D.C., Richmond, Atlanta, Lexington, South Carolina.
Awesome.
Arizona, in Myrtle Beach, and also a big shout out to my man who co-wrote this next song. I think he's listening from Las Vegas. One of the greatest songwriters of all time. I know Mark has worked with him as well as many artists, but Mr. Thomas Maralda, who hails from Hamilton area as well. So I'm going to send this one also out to my sister. It's her birthday today, Kathy White.
That's awesome. I love Kathy.
So she gets one more ride around the sun, sister.
Awesome.
You going to play something, Mark? Yeah. I said, where this road takes me is anyone's guess. Has the map in my mind, read the sign up ahead. Your mountains may face me, and memories chase me. They'll never catch me, Lord, 'cause I begun to take one more ride around the sun. Yeah, one more ride around the sun. Remember the yesterdays one by one. When this night's ended, like a virgin song, I don't know all the words, but I'll sing along. Hey! Well, tomorrow may take me, but when you wake me, I'll be ready for the next beat of the drums. Let's take one more ride around the sun. Come on. Take one more ride around the sun. Remember the yesterdays are one by one. One more ride around the sun. One more ride around. Yeah. One more ride around the sun. Remember the yesterdays are one by one. So where this road takes me is anyone's guess. As the map in my mind reads the sign up ahead. Let's take one more ride around the sun. Happy birthday, Kathy. One more ride around the sun. Hey, down the yesterdays are one by one. One more ride around the sun. One more ride, one more ride, one more ride around the sun. You ready, baby? 1, 2, 3, hey. Let's take one more ride, everybody. Take one more ride, one more ride, one more ride. Come on. Let's take one more ride, one more ride, one more ride, pretty mama. Let's take one more ride around the sun. Then the yesterdays are one by one.
Boy, Joey's guitar sounds pretty damn good, Ernie.
I have no idea what the drum sounded like though. We did not plan on that at all, but that's cool though. Whatever, it's live. It's all good. All right, guys, down in Florida, let's have another one from you all.
Yep.
And let's keep the party rocking.
All right, we're going to say happy birthday to Kathy, too. I didn't know it's Kathy's birthday today, so happy birthday, Kathy. We're going to represent Florida a little bit here. It's one thing me and Mark kind of have in common a little bit, actually. We go out there and play for a bunch of parrot heads.
True story.
Yeah, right, and he's switching the parrots on with the land sharks. So
We play all the same gigs separately together.
Yes, that's absolutely right. But definitely New Jersey is definitely represented in the tropics, for sure. So anyway, here's a song I wrote. We do a version of this in the land shark. This is called I've Got Nothing to Beach About. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm singing Buffett tunes on my guitar down at the 5-star TV ball. I've sung this song so many times before. The tourists like it, so I play it some more. The crew is singing out Tiapoli, keeping the rhythms when they hear the band play. Forget your troubles a few hours a day. Take a look around and have to say, I've got nothing to beach about. Pretty girls dancing when I sing twist and shout. Working in paradise is pretty damn fine. I've got nothing to beach about. Hey, Mr. Uppy. Drive down the treasure coast on 818. Stop in Waldo's for a softer break. The locals tune on a hot afternoon. The band is jamming a Bob Marley tune. Steer it up, little darling, steer it up. Steer it up, little darling. Yeah, I've got nothing to beat you about. Pretty girls dancing when I sing twist and shout. Working in paradise was pretty damn fine. I've got nothing to beat you about. Nothing to beat you about, folks.
Nice. Awesome. Super,
Hey,
super stuff.
on the steel drum. I hope you heard it.
Absolutely. Somebody was asking, where's the Mark? No steel drums? So they got the steel drums covered.
We got
They're all
it.
good. All right, so here's the deal. Let's do one more shout out. Let me get my notes in front of me. Oh my goodness. Cool Cricket Restaurant, City Streets, Tavern on the Lake, Pete's Steakhouse, The Blend, Killarney's, The Ivy Tavern, Cooper's Riverview, Nottingham Tavern, The Record Collector, Old Town Pub, The Roost, Patriots Crossing, Halo Pub, Newtown Brewery, Rossi's, The Plumstead Grill, PJ's Pancake House, Hurricane Jack's, Wildflowers, Hamilton Tap and Grill, Tara's Tavern, Alchemist and Barrister, JoJo's, Marsilio's, Revere, Fedora's, Tiernanog, Tyndall Road Brewery, Hob, Old Town Pub, the 5-4. Guys, if you get an opportunity, please go and order from these guys. Keep their business alive. It's not going to be long before we can get outside.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the month in New Jersey, we're allowed to go and sit outside and have a meal. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mark,
Again, go ahead.
you forgot a few clubs.
Oh, whoa.
Billy D's Rum Runner,
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
Angeloni's.
And- I love
How
it.
about the Hamilton Bowling Lanes,
Oh, wow.
Aquarius Lounge,
Aquarius Lounge.
the Yardville Hotel?
Nice.
Oh, my
Hamilton
God.
Lounge. Hamilton Lounge.
Colonial Lanes.
Where else, guys? Where else did we play?
Colonial Lanes,
Now
is that
I
what
only
that-
said we opened many and we closed many.
Oh, the Anvil Inn. That wasn't in Trenton. That wasn't in Trenton.
DC's Lounge.
How about the place in Jamestown?
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Oh, I don't know.
Emmett's.
What was that
Emmett's.
place?
Emmett's.
I've actually played at Emmett's. I've actually played at
City
Emmett's.
Gardens, of course.
What's amazing is this is probably what 1980 was the last time you guys were all sort of in the same place when you guys did a reunion show with Wind after Ernie had gone to Sam the Band, Billy D's Rum Runner.
How
So
about
that's 40 years in the making.
that?
We
Billy
had
D.
about 4 reunion shows.
Did you?
I
How
think
come I
you're.
only remember one?
Yeah. I think
Where
it's
was I?
four sets.
I
I
think
guess I
you're.
wasn't invited.
I think you're due for another reunion show. This doesn't count. This does not really count as a reunion show. We either got to convene down in Florida, or you guys got to convene up here.
Yeah, that
I
would
like
be.
us going to Florida better. Let's
I
do
do too. I like that
Hey,
idea.
Ernie,
Yeah, come on
we had-
down.
We had a mini reunion down in Jensen Beach with Ernie.
Oh yeah, that's right. I played down there with you guys. That's right.
Nice.
Ernie came and played with our band, the Jacks. That was kind of fun.
Great band.
All right, awesome stuff. Once again, a thank you. Really, really appreciate all of the essential workers that are out there, especially in Hamilton, but really all over the world. Thank you guys for doing what you're doing. The healthcare workers, first responders, all the way down to those guys that are, putting food together for takeout and, working the convenience stores and the grocery stores and all that. Thank you guys. Jeff, Annmarie, why don't you guys do one last song? I'm going to bring everybody back to say goodbye, and then we'll do a video and get everybody out of here.
Okay, well, this is going to everybody who's ever been in or thought about being in Wind. Sam could tell you, I used to come down my last year at Berkeley and work on songs with him and Ernie, Gary Schaefer, and things like that. And we took this song that was originally a shuffle, and we wanted you to all give us a hand. Gonna say yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly been walking in blue suede shoes. I'm just paying my dues with the band. Going up, put on a show so the folks will know that we're gonna go. We're going to band. And when we get there, play just as fine as we can. And when they hear us, think we should all get a hand. Well, we worked pretty hard for the past 2 years, trying to show our peers that we like our jobs, so we spread the word before you know. Small house, more like a mile. 'Cause when they hear us playing just as fine as we can, and when they hear us, they think we should all get ahead. Hey, everybody, clap your hands and sing along. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're not walking around in two spaces. We're okay in our dues with the band. So when you see your friends, so break to them. So they send you with a song. And when they see us, we'll be playing just as fine as we can. And when they hear us, they think we should all get ahead. Get in.
Awesome. All
People
right.
got the wind cheer there.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Sam?
Apple started singing "Win, that's us" in the middle of
Yeah.
it.
Tommy, what's it? Tommy's like, "Win, that's us, the baddest group there ever was."
That's right.
Well, we used to start the show out, if we were at the Aquarius Lounge on 206, we'd be outside and we'd have this big banner, Win banner, I think it was, and we'd walk through the crowd and go, "Win, that's us, the baddest group that ever was. Win, that's us, the baddest group there ever was."
Those guys were the reigning champs, man. They had a lot of guts doing that.
It had to be bad if you're going to go in,
Yeah.
4 white guys going and singing that.
But they backed it up every night. Every night was an event.
Backed it up.
Right.
Absolutely.
Kidding me?
So Tommy, we're gonna wrap it up right now. Any final words you have for our audience?
Let me just say it's been an absolute honor sitting here having a front row seat. Look at these guys. These guys truly are legends in the Trenton area. Everybody went to see them. They were the baddest group there ever was. Ernie, Jeff, Sam, Ed, and Phil are wind.
Nice. That's awesome. Tommy K, thank you very much for
See
joining
you
us
guys.
tonight. I'm gonna let you go.
Thank
Jeff, Annmarie, any last words from you guys?
Hey, I just want to thank everybody when this shy, nerdy kind of boy from North Jersey came down and met people like Sam. I met him up in Boston. He turned me on to Ernie, to Phil, to Ed, George Caruso, B.G. Gibson, Gary Shaver, and Dr. D.
Yeah.
You know, it's just what a blessing. I can't thank you guys in the Trenton area. And a special shout out to the Masiello family, the White family, and the Tiedemann family for shacking this guy up when I would come down.
Nice.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Sam, how about you guys? Any last words?
Well, we want to. I would like to thank Trenton. Actually, Trenton was such a great town to grow up in. They really encouraged a lot of music, you know, from young people. From when I was a kid, you know, 13, and playing dances and stuff like that. And I met Ernie in high school, and we were playing in the stage band and all that sort of thing. And there was always great places to play. And they were always like the Yardville Hotel, man. We used to do some stuff in that place, and it was jam-packed and craziness, and just it was a great time. We had a good time. So.
Well, like Mark, actually.
Oh yeah, of course, Mark.
Getting us all together here.
Yeah, it's very cool. Thank you,
Thank
Mark.
you, man. It's been an honor. Tommy K, he sparked that. He's like, hey, you should do it. I was like, all right. Ernie, how do I get in touch with these guys? I know how to get in touch with Sam. I think I have Jeff's number somewhere, but it all worked out, man. It was great. Absolutely great. Ernie White, last words to you, my friend.
I would just like to say how much we love Mark Sacco for doing this. I mean, everybody out there, you're seeing
everybody.
hours worth of entertainment. But this, when Mark gets done with the previous show, he's on top of the next show. I mean, this is like a week-long thing. He's getting numbers. He's rehearsing with the guys, making sure the connections are working, making sure he's troubleshooting people that have never done this before, like myself. And so he's unbelievable. I mean, I always said if the world was full of Mark Saccos, be a much better place. I tell you that
I
much.
really appreciate that, guys. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Wind tonight, man. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to take you all out with another song Tommy Rioch provided for me from that same show. It's Ernie playing on the keyboards, doing Good Man's Hard to Find. So we're going to take you out with this, everybody. Again, thank you. Look for next week. Tommy Rioch's actually going to be on the show next week. We have, sorry, bear with me 1 second. Tommy Rioch, Mike and Carly, Mike Matissa, Carly, Kim Yarson, Sandy Zio, Lisa Bouchel is going to be on the show. Phil McAuliffe, unfortunately, couldn't be here tonight, but I think we're going to get him on the next show. So appreciate it, guys. Everybody, enjoy your night. Remember, good man's hard to find. Stay good out there, everybody.
And so we're going to take you back once again to the early days. I know some of you guys might remember this one. Goes back to 1977, believe it or not. Woo, yeah. It's almost, there we go. Find that one? Almost 40 years ago. Anyway. It's called A Good Man's Hard to Find. Yesterdays, that one seemed far away. I look around, they're all gone today. Memories, yeah, keep me alive and well. No need to look around, 'cause into my past I dwell. Today there is no reason why I keep hiding out in dreams within my mind. And though I live out of season, my heart just has to shout, a good man's hard to find. I said a good man's hard to find. Who will be calling you when thoughts are blue and cherish you your whole life through now. Yeah, I love you so much. Yes, I always have, and I always will. Tomorrow's now, as the future's past. My dreams won't ever stop, 'cause I love you still. This one goes out to Bert Strons, who's out there, who co-wrote this with me. Bert, where are you? Bert Stronsdorf, stand up, buddy. Thank you, Bert. Let's hear it for Bert. I love you, man. Well, life began when I first saw you, girl, and pain began. Well, it outgrew life. Hope was born, Lord. It's now the living lie. Sees me through your goodbyes. Oh, there's no need to cry. Yeah, but looking back, there's not much to say. But if I had my way, you'd be with me today. And my love can span the bridge of time. You crossed it just one time, and you left me far behind. I said a good man's hard to find. A man who will be calling you when thoughts are blue and cherish you your whole life through, Lord. Well, I love you so much. Yes, I always have, and I always will. Tomorrow's now, it's the future's past. My dreams won't ever stop, 'cause I love you still. I love you still. yesterdays that won't seem far away. I look around, they're all gone today. And my love can span the bridge of time. You crossed it just one time. You left me far behind.